Y'all know what time it is, man. Jigga, jigga, welcome Black Zoners to the day before, man. This is Grand Day for all your information and inspiration right here in Baltimore City, man. And I'm Joey Garner, along with my co-host, Damon Williams over there. You see him? Is he nodding off? You good, bro? He didn't get any of his matriarch today.
I did actually. I actually had some today. I did. Yep.
Oh, all right, man. Just making sure the brother got that matriarch coffee up in his veins. Yeah,
the washed beans, I think it was.
Yeah. Hey, but we are black for another one, man. Another for us, by us, news and views, lunch table vibes all afternoon right here. Well, not even all afternoon, man. Just for the next 45, 50 minutes to make sure that you are out there enjoying yourself on this Thursday, man. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. And you know, we don't usually do this, but we got to run some things back from Tuesday's owners out there. So you know, we want you to bear with us because we bumped into a little bit of technical difficulties. So this is episode 20, Damon.
Wow.
So yeah, so for all the owners out there, man, if you happen to check out episode 19, it is my fault. I apologize. I even got the little sticky note on the computer now to remind me to unmute the microphones after I play the music, man.
I always have my glasses on. Like, it actually feels, it feels weird.
Yeah, you look different right now on camera. Yeah, you're looking different out there today, man. But hey, we got some
other glasses with me.
Which hey, put them on. Hey, gotta wear shades, man. That's how it is. Yeah.
You know, my mother always used to have like extra just sunglasses just hanging around the car.
Oh, I mean, isn't that like a woman thing? Yeah. They like stash them in a little up in the. What do they call that? Where you pull down the flap to block the sun? Does that have a name?
That's the visor.
The visor. There you go. They always stash sunglasses.
And the vanity mirror. Visor. Yeah, so these are sunglasses I got from Michaela.
They was hanging around on the visor out there.
So don't laugh if y'all see me wearing these.
He's got to get those eyes together. But I'm looking here at the rundown zoners, and we just teasing some things here, man. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna run back some things from Tuesday, and then for today, we're gonna talk. Guess what's coming up this weekend, Dan? Daylight savings.
Still doesn't make sense to me. All these years, still doesn't make sense.
Daylight savings, man. We're gonna talk that briefly, and then we got some election issues going on here, zoners, man. It's getting, look, we don't usually get political here, man. You know, we try here every once in a while, but man, it's looking crazy out here. And then rest in peace, Bobby Knight, man. Yeah. We're gonna talk about the general a little bit later. But for right now, let's get into the weather. Boom. Pop that thing up on the screen for the people. Yeah, man, you see it right there. This Thursday, November the 2nd. Woo! The year is flying by, though.
Yes, it is.
Flying by. Right now, we are Thursday, 52 degrees outside, and it's looking like a pretty good weekend on hand. It's going to warm up, man. Look, we all out here in hoodie weather, Damon, and all of a sudden, bam, Friday back to 60s. Saturday, boom, back to 63. And then Sunday, even though it's going to be a little overcast, we're looking at 67 degrees out there for the end of the semana. I've been teaching Titus a little Spanish, so it's in my mind right now, zoners. You know what I mean? El fin de semana. And then the beginning of the week, man, was Sunday. We're going to kick it off with 67 degrees while the Ravens host the Seattle Seahawks. Have a good time. Going to be a battle of the defenses that day, Damon.
NFC stinks.
Yeah. I should have put the Lamar's trending right now because they were asking him because he's like 17-1 against the NFC, something crazy like that. Like
he has to be.
Yeah, when the Ravens play the NFC, we don't lose. So I almost think they're setting us up for the gambling snafu in the Super Bowl, right? Because Lamar's going to get in the Super Bowl. Everybody's going to bet on the Ravens to win because we don't lose against NFC teams, and we're going to lose by like 2 points or something crazy like that.
Come on, man. Don't jinx the home team, man.
Watch
out. The home team over there.
I already know it's coming.
You're not supposed to say the SB word. Come on, man.
Super Bowl?
Hey, we can't say that. You can't say that.
Hey, That's what everybody wants from the Bionic Man.
That is what I want from him.
The $1 million man.
Look, I just want the man to make it to an AFC Championship game.
I'll take that. We gonna win.
That's all I want out of him.
All right. So here we go with boom, pop it up on the screen right there. Top stories for the day, Zoners. Top stories for the day. Now remember on Tuesday we talked about it. And okay, so we're gonna bring it back right now. Boom, put it up there for you. Safest cities in America. All right. In the latest list of safest cities in the U.S., Nassau, New Hampshire claims the #1 spot, previously held by the reigning champion for about 5 years. Columbia, Maryland had that spot, Damon.
Oh, yeah.
And you see by the list right there on the screen that Columbia, Maryland slipped on down into second place. Columbia boasts a population of over 104,000 individuals, making it the second largest city in Maryland after Baltimore. This city resides in Howard County, which has witnessed decreasing violent and property crimes since 2018. In particular, robberies fell by 46%, assaults by 13%, and burglaries by 33% between 2019 and 2021, as reported on the city's website, man. So, during quarantine, things got even safer in Columbia, Maryland out there, man. And that's a good thing, man. It's a 15 minutes, about 20, 25 minutes down the road, head down I-70 right there. When you leave security, the Woodlawn area. And
it's surprising. It's very surprising. I will say that.
That is one of the safest cities. And actually,
it is.
Before this year, it was the safest city in America. You know what I mean? So that's always good stuff, man. And like I said, on Tuesday, we discussed about how the Rouse Company, Baltimore organization, built Columbia, right? Mm-hmm. Designed it out there. And you see right there on the screen, Zoners, that's Columbia Lake, man. If you haven't been out there for fireworks on 4th of July or New Year's Eve, Columbia Lake is a good time. Good time. Surrounded by restaurants, surrounded by pathways where you can walk and enjoy yourself. It's always a good time when you go to Columbia, Maryland, man. And looking at the list, man, we see some places in Vermont up there, Gilbert, Arizona, Warwick, Rhode Island, Yonkers, New York. So
whoa! Flag on the plate.
Yonkers, New York is number 8, bro.
You ever been to Yonkers?
Hey, I only hear the locks talk about it. So I've never been to Yonkers, man.
Yonkers looks like the city that was forgotten.
Maybe that's why it's safe.
And I don't mean it in a good way.
Maybe that's why it's safe.
Maybe everybody left.
It's no one there, man. No one there. But yeah, man. That is what we are dealing with here in Maryland, man. One of the safest cities right down the road. It's good things. Maybe Baltimore needs to, are we going to call them cousins? We're going to call them our cousins. Maybe Baltimore needs to take a hint from its neighboring sister city there.
I'll say this. What I have noticed, when you meet people from Columbia, they make a hard distinction. I'm from Columbia. You never meet any, for the most part, they won't try and claim Baltimore.
And claim that Baltimore area?
They will not. It's like Carroll County.
Yeah.
Like, you from Westminster?
They say they were from Westminster.
They're from Westminster.
Yeah, they do. They ride that. They fly that flag. They definitely fly that flag.
Other thing that surprised me about that, I never knew that Columbia was bigger than Annapolis. It said the second largest city in Maryland.
Yeah. So
that means it's bigger than Annapolis.
Bigger than the capital city.
Maybe the population is bigger than the population. That's surprising.
Yeah. Crazy stuff. Now, hey, also in the news right now, you're thinking about Annapolis, right? They're talking about redesigning the waterfront and the harbor front down there in Annapolis. Well, also here in Baltimore, there are plans that were unveiled this week, Damon, for Baltimore Harbor Place redevelopment. All right. In a bid to rejuvenate the iconic Baltimore Harbor Place, MCB Real Estate, in collaboration with state and city leaders, revealed their visionary plans. Harbor Place managing partner David Bramble emphasized the project's aim to invigorate the once spirited waterfront, emphasizing its accessibility for all. MCB's proposal includes a versatile space encompassing living, recreation, dining, shopping, and an amphitheater. All right. Now, look, they plan on bringing on a 200,000 square foot commercial building on Pratt Street. So it looks like they're going to bring back, what is that, the gallery, right? So they're going to have that down. 50,000 square foot rooftop park. We always love rooftop anything, man. Big shout out to the Bygone out there with anything rooftop, man. It's always a good time. All right. They also plan on building an 8,500 square foot retail building, a 30,000 square foot park, and a 2,000 seat amphitheater. And conjoined with all of this, they want to join this with a tower on Light Street, Damon, that's going to house around 900 condominium developments, man. Look like the harbor about to be a raging good time down there. And, you know, for us back in the day, it was definitely a good time, man. Definitely a good time. Residents expressed full support for the transformative initiative, anticipating a brighter future for Baltimore's iconic landmark. That's good stuff, man. The pictures, I mean, now I know these are all, everything is AI rendered now, and these were the photos released by Baltimore City and MCB Real Estate, and man, it's looking like it's looking real futuristic out here, man. They if they do this, man, Baltimore is going to look like the Jetsons or something, man. Something off of Blade Runner, Damon.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
They need to address some other issues.
Oh yeah.
That looks like the land before time, like Howard Street.
Now look, they're talking about bringing new commercial buildings to Pratt Street, right? New retail buildings down there, and Howard Street, which has long been, a hub of retail in Baltimore. Man, there's a lot of stores. Well, I'm saying a lot of stores have been sitting down there vacant since we were kids, man. In the 80s, you know what I mean? I remember going there to Howard Street in the 80s and door shopping. And now, other than the newer buildings that have been brought up down there, shout out to Vinyl Pages and shout out to what else is down there?
UB Blake's, you're talking the top.
Yeah, at the top of Howard.
Where Hustlers was.
Yeah.
Where it looks clearly whoever owns it, you know who you are out there.
Oh man.
Whoever that is who owns it, they're clearly just saying, I'm going to leave this as a black eye.
Right, and a giant abandoned building dead smack in the middle of downtown.
It's a ghost town.
Man, terrible.
It's disgraceful.
I can think of, and that stretch you're talking about down there, man, I could think of days when we were younger going down there to go to, what was that, Music Unlimited to buy some records, man, you know what I mean?
But that's further up also.
Yeah.
I thought that was on Saratoga Street.
It's
Fayette. What
was the one? What's that walkthrough where you know what I mean? You leave from down the harbor, you go up Howard, and then it's like it's not a real street because you can make the left and you can walk directly into Lexington Market. So and along there is where there was a Shoe City down in there. There were a lot of things down there back in the day. Yeah.
But Howard Street,
yeah,
where the light rail runs.
Mm-hmm.
That's been a mess for decades.
They gotta fix it up, bro.
They need to.
Gotta fix it up.
You have a light rail that runs through your city, and there's nothing there. There's nothing to look at. No businesses. The Sports Zone was on Howard Street. If you remember?
Yeah.
And that was a nice store, but it's like they gave up. But well, clearly someone wants to get paid a lot of money to develop that.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, they didn't put any figures out, you know what I mean? So we don't know how much this redevelopment of the harbor place is going to be. And, but it's coming, man. It's coming. And hey, big shout out to one of our sponsors out there, man, Matriarch Coffee. And, they're bringing down the Matriarch Coffee Cafe down there, Damon. And this is, man, it's going to be a good time down at the harbor coming up in the future, man. Looks like the citizens of Baltimore, I hate that other word that they use to describe us. I don't use that here. But looks like the citizens of Baltimore are going to have a good time.
Ride your bike down there. There's lanes everywhere for your bike.
Mm-hmm.
ride your bike down, get a cup of coffee, get charged up.
Good times. Good times. Hey, I can't wait because part of the things that I do. I run the city. I pound the rock out there, man. Peace to the runners, man. Shout out the Black Running Organization out there. But I run the promenade down the harbor all the time. So I can't wait until Matriarch Coffee Cafe is up and running because that will definitely be a goal of mine. Run there, sit down, chill, break some bread for a little bit.
Go get a shot.
Yep.
A shot of
that might help
strong coffee.
Yeah, that'll help me get back home, man. It'll help me running on back home.
Reverse whiskey.
They got bourbon beans.
Yes.
Hey, Matriarch Coffee, man. You can head on over to www.matriarchcoffee.com, man, and get you some coffee roasted in bourbon. It's always a good time out there, man. Good time. Matter of fact, that's what we're going to do right now, Damon. All right? We got more coming up, zoners. Boom. So we're going to jump into a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. Oh, man. Yeah. We black. Just had to take a little shot of coffee real quick, man. Get myself right. But, hey, now, the next story, definitely, Damon. People need to get their coffee shot because, for the next couple of weeks, everybody's time schedule is going to be thrown off just a little bit out here, man.
Yeah.
Just a smidgen. Y'all want to know why, zoners? All right, I'm going to talk to you and tell you why. Boom. Daylight savings time is upon us, fam. What you know about that, man? What you know about that?
It's never made much sense to me.
A little crazy.
No matter how many times people try to make sense up.
Yeah, but it's that time of year again, Damon. When the question of keeping or ditching daylight savings time resurfaces, it gets a little risky out there, man. People get a little upset, but this weekend our clocks will spring forward an hour. Wait a minute. Fall back. Yeah, look at that. Spring forward. Fall back. Yeah. That's all. You always got to remember it, man. Fall back. So we're actually going to gain an extra hour of sleep here, right? The state of Maryland is discussing the possibility of making this change permanent, though. Did you know that? All right.
Yeah, I've heard it.
Yeah, House Bill 165, which is currently in committee, and that was proposed during the change in the spring, right? They're talking about possibly making daylight savings time permanent, right? And if passed, it would keep Marylanders on daylight saving time throughout the entire year. While this might offer longer daylight in the evenings, some argue it leads to social jet lag as our internal clocks have to adjust. But nonetheless, the debate continues as around 2/3 of Americans express a desire to eliminate these biannual clock shifts. It's getting a little crazy out there, So you see it, man, things going to fall back a little bit for you.
Yeah, it's going to get darker and darker, right?
Yeah. Sunset at 5:01 on Sunday. So right after the Ravens game, boom, it's gonna get dark. He'll be sitting in the house watching the evening games like, man, what time is it? What's going on?
It always seemed like fall was so sad. We were growing up. You were back in school, then it started getting cold. You had to rake leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Then it started getting dark, so you couldn't play
outside. Couldn't go outside anymore. Any of that stuff.
You had to cut your smear to you know what games. you had to cut them short. Oh man.
Good times. Good times.
And let's not forget again, raking leaves. I don't know about you. Well, I do know about you, but you didn't have it. Raking leaves in a house with 3-4 trees. Man. That
look,
was rough.
You know, right here in Zone 16, man, the studio is located at the end of a long street. And it seems like the wind just blows everything from the top all the way down the street. And then it just wants to accumulate right here in front of it. Whether it be trash, whether it be the leaves from the trees on the medium strip, it all piles up out front, man. So, I know about that life, man. I know about that life. That raking lead life. We just watched Boys in the Hood. I feel bad for showing my 11-year-old son Boys in the Hood last night. But remember the part when Trey had to rake the lead? That was like the very first
night he got there.
Yeah, that was the first scene, man. His father was like, here, rake these leaves, boy. Rake these leaves and let your friends go act silly.
Man, these kids, I hate to sound like that, but these kids don't understand. When we came up, man, it was for real outdoor chores no matter what.
Absolutely. Cutting the lawn,
Man.
all of that stuff, man. All of that stuff. It got a little crazy. All right.
Shoveling lots of snow. Ain't had snow in about 7 years.
And look out, global warming, we might have an even milder winter. So it's going to get a little crazy out there. But yeah, zoners, get ready. Get your extra hour of sleep this weekend. Get yourself good, man. For all those people that like to hang out late on Saturday evening, hey, you're gonna get extra. You're gonna get. How does that work? It's been so long, man. We curmudgeonly guys here. We don't really go out that much in the evening as much as we used to. Did they stay open for that extra hour?
Yeah. So, I mean, that's money.
Yeah.
That's another hour of money. I mean, you had certain places, I'm sure, that were closed, but a lot of places we used to go, that was extra hour, a party.
Extra hour, a party. All right. Dang. Boom. All right, let's pop it back up on the screen here. Boom. All right, now you see it there. We're playing below, Damon. I was able to, we're both on screen now. They can see it below us, right? I was able to find this on, follow us on all platforms, man. Make sure you guys out there doing it, man. Smashing that like button. Make sure you go ahead and share this, subscribe to this, hit that notification button, man, because when Grand Day is on Zone 16 Network, man, we want you to tune in for our dynamic convos, man, and hear all the news and views from us. But right now, we're going to get a little political out here, Damon. All right? So apparently, this video below us that's playing right now, and this source comes from John Gomez on Facebook. A judge has just overturned, Damon, a mayoral primary election in Bridgeport, Connecticut, after a Democratic clerk was caught ballot stuffing. This is insane right here, man. This video was leaked and reveals a Democratic clerk stuffing what appears to be fake ballots into the drop box. And she did it multiple times with illegal ballots in the same day. So Judge Clark wrote this in his ruling. The volume of ballots so mishandled is such that it calls the result of the primary election into serious doubt and leaves the court unable to determine the legitimate result of the primary. Man, the crazy thing with this, all right, we talk news and views here, right? This is for us, by us. The first disappointing thing about this is it's an original woman thing. It's a black woman doing this. And you know what I mean, all the years that our vote was kept from us, and you know what I mean, we had to fight. Didn't actually really get the right to vote until you know what I mean.
Well,
you know, and now it's like, oh man, your individuals of our persuasion are going to participate in fraudulent things, man, holding the vote back, directing votes in certain directions. And I mean, our race went through all of that, man, with all of the Jim Crow out there, and you know what I mean, they
keeping them from voting.
Yeah, if you couldn't read, you couldn't vote. If you couldn't do this, you couldn't vote.
Grandfather clauses.
Oh yeah, man, all kinds of stuff. And then look, you see it up on the screen. She got one of the other employees to help her do it. This guy walks out and dumps more. And look, she's sitting there watching to make sure he does it correctly, peeping around the corner. Like, man. So that brings in a lot of questions out here, Damon. Brings in a lot of questions, man. How common is this? All right, because we ain't going to say this guy's name, but I guess we got to say it. Trump has been arguing and yelling about this now for, you know what I mean? And is this the first case? Or is this just one of many and it just happened to be caught because this bumblehead here doesn't realize that now in 2023, Damon, there are cameras everywhere, genius.
Yeah,
like, come on, sis.
At the same time, there's two ways to look at this. That I see it.
Yeah.
Black people have been complaining about people suppressing votes for years and years and years. So Trump really wasn't the first one really to talk about it.
Yeah.
Black folks have been saying that.
Been saying it for a long time.
Long time. And the flip side of this is, yes, there are cameras everywhere.
Everywhere, bro.
But
I got cameras on the studio. You can't even come in here without being recorded.
But as you and I both know, I don't care how many cameras there are, how many microphones there are. Some stuff that gets caught that you ain't never going to see. Somebody wanted that to be seen.
Oh, well, I mean, think about it.
You know.
They released the footage. You know what I mean? Right now. So
who was they?
You know what I mean?
It was the day.
You know, because somebody gave this to John Gomez, and he went on ahead and popped this up. You know, make sure we give him credit right there on Facebook, and it's on Twitter, or I'm sorry, X, formerly known as Twitter. Make sure you follow Zone 16 Net on X, man, because you know we repost this kind of stuff to make sure people are informed, because that's what we do here, man. We all about information, and it's just, man, like you said, somebody wanted this to get out.
Someone wanted this out. I mean, the things that have been caught on camera that you'll never see.
Never see.
I mean, I just saw recently, I mean, this is totally unrelated. I just saw footage of Tupac rehearsing for Juice. I believe it was Tupac.
Yeah.
The guy who played Raheem. And Rodman.
Rodman.
And they're all, but you know this, they're all getting into character. That footage has been out for a zillion years. You've never seen it.
Never
seen
it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tupac being the icon that he is. Come on, man. They released what they want to release.
Yeah, man.
I'm suspicious.
Yeah, it is. Well, right now they have, as far as I know, and a crack research team, man, if you're out there, drop it in the comments for us, man. Whoever's watching this, man, let us know. Because I don't think they've released this lady's name yet. Now, clearly they know who she is because they know where she works and they know what she does for a living, man. She's you know what I mean? She's an election clerk out there. But so I know sooner or later her name is going to come out.
You think it's possible they were staged? See what I'm saying? The number of ways to look at this. Like I said, who's the they? Who released it?
It's a lot going on.
Everybody knows there's cameras everywhere. You can't even drive down 83
without them taking a picture of you.
Yeah. There's pictures everywhere. And they pick and choose you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe here, the citizens of Baltimore, man, we always think that way because we were the test ground. Remember the Source article back in 1992 talking about how Baltimore was going to be the test ground for police cameras on the corner and the flashing lights and everything. So we know here, man. Pull your hoodie on, pull your mask down.
Because it is 1984.
Absolutely.
In Baltimore. The real way.
She looks like she's going to work, man. She walked up, she got a dress on, her face is out, toes out. Sis is
funny business there, man.
A lot of funny business. Woo. Crazy times we living in, though. Crazy crazy times here, man.
What is the saying? You believe none of what you. What, I don't know. What's the saying again?
Half of what you hear, and none of what you see.
None of what you see.
None of what you see, or something like that, or is it
something
half
like
of what you see and none of what you hear? I think it might go that way, right?
Something like that. Something like that. I'm almost at the point where I don't hardly believe anything I see at all unless I was there
anymore. Well, and man, look,
even then.
We argue about this stuff, man, in the group chats all the time, man. You know, everybody out here now, right? The group chat is the place to exist on your phone, man. And in the group chat, I know with me especially, man, with all of this AI, you can create so many fakes. Sometimes I feel like I get a little worried about us putting our image out here, man, because you know people could take our voice, take our face, put it on anything. You know what I mean?
I got funny ideas about it. Not that anybody wants to be me, but it's just weird. You know? Yeah. It's like it's a footprint.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, and you know, we definitely are in that time, man. Some old Blade Runner type stuff out here, man.
Very strange.
Blade Runner. But yeah, that's it for the beginning of the news block for us right here, man. All that information. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna talk to some sponsors real quick, and we'll be right back, man, to talk Bobby Knight, the General. Whew. Yeah. All right, Damon. It is October, the end of October, the beginning of November is always the start of basketball season, man. So for all the hoops lovers out there, I'm actually I'm a what do they call them? I'm developing I've always loved the sport, but you know me. I've been a football guy for years, right? Been a football guy for years, but I'm developing newfound love for the sport because my son wants to be a hooper, man. He wants to get out here and do his thing.
It's a beautiful sport.
Yeah.
In my humble opinion, it's the second greatest sport in the world.
Oh.
I think soccer.
More than track and field?
Well,
more than track and field?
I think the greatest athletes in the world play basketball, play soccer, and run track. Track and field. Specifically runners.
I take that. What about boxers? You see me with my Muhammad Ali quote out here?
I don't believe they're the greatest athletes in the world.
Not
because it's so specific.
Okay.
You see, whereas with boxing, you need to pay for training, you need the boxing gloves, you need the arena.
Yeah.
I mean, they're great athletes.
Yeah.
But it takes nothing to play basketball. Nothing.
That's all you need is some.
And so many people do it around the world. Whereas boxing, they're great athletes too. I would put them maybe second tier.
Yeah.
Soccer, you got poor kids that do poor kids box do something. I'm not so, but soccer is so popular.
Gotcha.
And basketball has become, a sport that's worldwide like soccer. So, and what they do with their bodies,
All right, so here it is, man. This is why we're here. Boom, put it up on the screen for him, man. We here to talk a little Bob Knight, the General. Passed away yesterday, Damon. Passed away. 83 years of age, man. Bob Knight won 902 Division I men's basketball games, Damon. It was a record at the time of his retirement, and now currently in 2023, he's ranked 5th all time.
Wow.
Knight was the head coach of Indiana, the Indiana Hoosiers from 1971 to 2000, He also coached at Texas Tech once he was outed from Indiana, and he coached there from 2001 to 2008. And he's an Army guy. That's why they call him the General. He got his start with the Army Black Knights, man. Shout out to Jalen Rucker out there, point guard. You know what I mean? Point guard for the Army Black Knights doing his thing. But that's where Bob Knight got his start, man, in 1965 to 1961, man, coaching for the Army Black Knights. And you see it right there on the screen. One of our favorite basketball players ever, man.
Yes.
Our guy Zeke. You know, big Isaiah Thomas, and I was always a Pistons fan when we were younger, because it was always wonderful. And for me to call Isaiah Thomas a small man, because he's like 6'2", he's not small at all. He was just small in the NBA. But I was a big time Detroit Piston fan because Zeke used to get busy, man. He used to get busy out there.
Oh yeah.
Now,
second greatest point guard ever.
There you go. As a head coach, Bob Knight won 3 national championships, Damon. One the year I was born, 1976. So maybe, maybe that's why I feel a little affinity with him. You know what I mean? And then again in 1981, and then again in 1987. And he got those 3 championships because he went to the Final Four 5 times, bro. 5 times. And 11 times he was Big Ten regular season champ. So when it comes to that round ball and knowing how to put the ball in the peach basket, as they say, he knew what he was doing, man.
And you can't even name that many pros
that came from his team.
From Indiana.
No, not many at all.
You can't even name like big name guys who are considered busts.
Yeah.
You can name like a Calvert Chaney, guys like that. You remember their names when you think about it. Whereas like with Dean Smith, it's a laundry list of guys that went to North Carolina. Yeah. So he was winning with studs.
Mm-hmm.
Even thinking like an Arizona, the guys came out of there. There's different programs where you have guys who almost became household names.
Yeah.
There aren't any household names of Indiana, really.
Just Isaiah.
But Isaiah.
Yeah, just Isaiah. Yeah. So he was.
Stand correct. If someone don't know someone else, correct me. But I can't think of any household names other than Isaiah.
And
now,
that's a testament to Bob Knight, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, clearly he was doing it. Yeah, clearly he was doing it with his knowledge and the guys that he could get, man.
On the highest level.
Yeah. And and a lot of people want, the zoners might be tuning in right now. Like, why are they talking about this guy? And, but for us, we come from the era of legendary coaches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Guys like him, Bob Knight, 30 years. Eddie Robinson, 30 plus years coaching in the same place. John Thompson. You know what I mean? Guys that we,
Chaney.
As children, we looked, it was like, man, you know what I mean? You say stuff about John Chaney and Temple, we, in our minds, it was like, man, I want to go play for John Chaney. You know what I mean? Because they were like pillars of the community. You know what I mean? And definitely John Thompson. I mean, you talk all the time about being a kid and going to Georgetown basketball camp and enjoying the good times there and everything, man. And it's, it's rough to see these legendary heralded figures, man. And now as we get older, now, I mean, that's how it is, man. Time is undefeated. These guys are starting to pass away and move on. None of them are coaching anymore. Coach K was kind of the last of the Mohicans. Izzo's still out there?
Still hanging on.
At Michigan State?
I think he's still
I mean, it's real funky up there at Michigan State right now.
I think he's kind of hanging on. But we spoke previously about like fame and icons, and they just don't make guys like this anymore.
Yeah.
Whatever you feel about Bobby Knight, they just don't make him like this.
Well, and all right. So here's the other one, right? This is definitely trending right now on Twitter. This is what we were talking about in the group chat, Damon. All right, check this out, Zoners. Listen.
Absolutely great kid. If I were going to pick the 3 or 4 best athletes I've ever seen play basketball, he'd be one of them. I think he's the best athlete I've ever seen play basketball, bar none. If I were going to pick people with the best ability I'd ever seen play the game, he'd be one of them. If I were going to pick the best competitors that I'd ever seen play, he'd be one of them. So in the categories of competitiveness, ability, skill, and then athletic ability, he's the best athlete, he's one of the best competitors, he's one of the most skilled players. And that, to me, makes him the best basketball player that I've ever seen play.
Yeah, man. Now, right there, you hear the general Bob Knight talking about Michael Jordan, man. He had the opportunity to coach Michael Jordan in the Olympics. So
84, right?
Yeah.
84.
Yeah, so he knew before everybody else. He knew before everybody else, man, talking about Jordan's greatness and man, how great of a basketball player he was, man. You hear it right there, man.
And mind you,
Yeah.
this is a man who coached Isaiah Thomas. Just think about that.
Yeah.
And cut Charles Barkley from that team.
From that team, from the Olympic team. Yeah.
You think about that.
Yeah. So he knew, his basketball schwab, as we like to say, man. He was ready. He knew what was going down. He knew who was good, who wasn't. And we saw it. That, detractors take away from him because he had, he had a temper. He had a temper. And I think that picture that we put up of him with his nose all red like that, did Bob Knight have a look? Did he have a problem with the? I don't know. From that, was he a boozer?
I can see that.
Is he a boozer?
I mean, why not?
Yeah. I mean, man, and that makes people angry. It makes people angry. So maybe that's why he's out there yelling and screaming and cussing and fussing bad. He
was a bit of a bully. He was a bully.
Yeah.
And he was a big dude, too. That's people never really, like John Thompson.
Yeah.
These are big guys.
Yes.
So, they're physical.
Well, I mean, you saw in the picture, and I could pop it up again. You know what I mean? He's taller than Isaiah.
Well, Isaiah's like 6'4".
Yeah, so, he's not a little man, but, you know what I mean?
Towered over him.
Yeah, he wasn't a little man at all. So I can imagine him getting in your face, screaming and hooting and hollering at you.
It's funny.
Didn't he hit a guy? Isn't that why he got fired?
I think he headbutted him.
Yeah, that's why. That's why
he was talking to him. He didn't hit him. Did he hit him or did he headbutt him while he was talking to him?
Man, them Midwest military guys, man.
But he was a bit of a bully. But sometimes this new generation is like everything is
soft.
I don't want to call them soft. Some of these dudes are over the top and they're doing,
yeah,
it's a little too much. But sometimes, man, you show me somebody who's never been jacked up or checked, I'll show you somebody who needs it. You know what I mean? It's like a person says, I don't need any therapy. I am just fine. I will show you somebody who needs some damn therapy.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, badly. But,
I agree.
I don't know, I'm sure you have.
Go ahead.
Early sports memories.
Mm-hmm.
One of my earliest ones was the Sports Illustrated cover of the 81 championship with Isaiah cutting down the nets. So that's actually like, I showed it to you, didn't I?
Yeah.
So I always knew about Indiana basketball because of that Sports Illustrated cover. So, and Isaiah was my guy back then. Like
when we like to talk uniforms and stuff like that. And the classic Indiana uniforms are always like with the red and white striped shorts with the red jersey, something like that. It kind of gave the Globetrotter vibe out there, man. And that always looked cool to me.
And it was a nice plain uniform.
Yeah. Good time. All right. We're going to get out of here. We're going to talk to a couple sponsors. And then we coming back, man, to round this thing out, man, with our actual facts of the day. A lot of birthdays out there. And then our dynamic convo talk, man. So keep hanging out with us, man, because the information portion of the show is over. And now it's time for the inspiration, man. You guys want to hear more Bloviating? Stick around. Yeah, man. Big shout out to 5707 Bel Air Road out there, man. The Hillsman, man. Make sure you're going through there hollering at our girl Story, man. She's one of the baddest bartenders in town, man. She gonna pour you that liquid courage out there and get you right, man, over at the Hillsmere Restaurant and
Courage
Bar.
to do what?
Hey, who knows? Who knows what you need liquid courage for sometimes, man. You gotta put it up in you. Put it up in you. But like you said, man, coming back with our actual facts. All right, we got a lot of them today. It's November 2nd, October, November, man. This time of year, man. It seems like the facts just pick up more and more for our people around this time of year. I wonder what's going on out here, man. What's going on? Boom. Let me put it up on the screen for you right there. Birthdays today. Well, one unofficial birthday. We don't have them on the screen, man. But shout out to the Miss Show Mission's own.
Oh, yeah.
Vincent Williams out there, man. Big shout out to Big Bro out there, man. Happy birthday for you, dude.
Big broski, happy birthday.
Yeah.
My bunkmate.
Yeah. Well, then, Damon, did you know that these guys were Scorpios too?
I did know Nelly was one. I did.
Yeah. Tip my man Nelly out here. Big shout out to rapper Nelly, born Cornell Haynes Jr. in Austin, Texas. Now, we know him about St. Louis, but he's a Texas guy. Nelly is one of the best-selling rappers of all time with over 40 million albums sold worldwide. Remember his chart-topping hits. Say that 3 times fast. Like E.I.E.I. and Hot in Here and Pimp Juice. What about Tip Drill? Were you a Tip Drill fan, Damon?
No, I never had any beef with Nelly.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. And look, talking about athletes, he's an excellent athlete. Whenever you watched him on any of those MTV Celebrity All-Star things, man, Nelly was out there getting it in, man. He probably could have played college basketball for somebody like Bob Knight or somebody like that out there.
Well, he signed as a free agent with the Cardinals, I think.
Yeah.
Or he was drafted or something like that out of that. Somehow he was able to play pro baseball and whatever didn't work out.
Mm-hmm. And then right there on the right-hand side, man, definitely one of our favorite rappers, Damon. The other half of the dynamic duo for Mobb Deep. Posthumously, man, we giving a big shout out to Prodigy out there, man. He passed away, it's about 5 years ago now, Damon, right? Yeah, man. Unfortunately, the hip-hop industry lost one of the most dynamic voices. Because you know we all about the voice when it come to the rap, man. We all about the voice when it comes to the rap. And Prodigy had that voice for the people, man. And we can run down list of Mobb Deep hits, man. Shook Ones, you know what I mean? Survival of the Fittest. He had the HNIC.
Quiet Storm.
Yeah, he had the HNIC album with We Break Bread, Bill, $100 bills.
Albert Einstein
album. Yeah, the Albert Einstein
not
album.
Not a Mobb Deep album, but still.
But look, how about this? His solo career, I would say Damon rivals his duo career.
He's the only guy who's done that.
Yeah, he's got just as many solo albums that, in my opinion, are just as good as anything that he did under the Mobb Deep moniker, man.
I would say the stuff specifically with Alchemist.
Well,
I don't. His solo stuff. We can just say his solo stuff.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to listen to him, I'll listen to as much of his stuff after Mobb Deep as I will with Mobb Deep.
Absolutely. Because, I mean, and he was younger during the Mobb Deep years, and we loved it. But, they were, gangster rap. So a lot of that younger stuff with him and Mobb Deep, it doesn't age well. You know what I mean? I don't want to say it doesn't age well, but it's like now being almost 50, we're like...
It doesn't grow. And that's what makes Nas so special.
Yeah.
Because his stuff grows with you.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff, some of this subject matter, chicks setting you up and all this. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
It was kind of juvenile.
And look, we talking, hip hop here, and Nas just turned 50. We talked about him last week or a month ago. You know what I mean? But these guys turned 49 today. They would be 49. So this would have been Prodigy's 49th birthday, and Nelly is definitely still alive and kicking, doing his thing with Ashanti. 49, bro. 49.
You know, I got to think about Nelly.
What's that?
You know, I'm really, really big on the fact that Baltimore has never had a major rapper, rap star, whatever you want to call him.
Mm-hmm.
Nelly was the one who hit that basically like was the straw that broke the camel's back with me. It was like, you telling me, you're going to tell me.
Somebody from St. Louis,
Missouri. And I've been to St. Louis.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you telling me that St. Louis, Missouri, which is in the Midwest, is going to have a rapper, a star rapper.
Got a rap star before we do.
Yeah, here we are sandwiched between Philadelphia, which is arguably one of the birthplaces for hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Arguably it is. They can make a real hard argument on that.
Mm-hmm.
And Washington, D.C., which has its own thriving music scene.
Go-go culture.
But also has rappers.
Yeah. Tabby Barnett.
Before him, they had
Wale and all
DJ
of that.
Cool.
Yeah.
DJ Cool and Nance.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, EU will start, you know, it's like, come on. And then St. Louis. And not only did he become a star, he brought a whole crew with him. Murphy Lee and Ali. And then he had bootleg versions of himself, which was Chingy.
he called Chingy a boot. But Tony, my sister's gonna kill you, man. Wait. She loved herself some Chingy when she was younger, man.
I don't think he liked her kind, but that's another story for another day. She's barking up the wrong tree. Just saying.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Hey, look, and we're gonna keep it going, right? So, other things that happen on this day today, right? November the 2nd. More inspiration for the people. All right. On this day in Black history, the legislative bill establishing Martin Luther King Day as a national holiday, Damon, was signed into law. MLK Day becomes the first new federal holiday in America since the creation of Memorial Day in 1948. And it was signed into law on November the 2nd. Good time, right? And then, right next to the brother, Martin Luther King Jr. right there, if you recognize that picture, all right, following the sudden death of the Empress, now hoping I'm pronouncing this right, Zawaditu, Haile Selassie was crowned Emperor of Ethiopia in 1930, damn. 1930. So there it is. On this day, some great black men had some magnificent things go down in history about them, man. We like to have that Martin Luther King Day. Did they get it off of school anymore?
Oh yeah, it's all the way federal.
Yeah, all the way federal. Yeah. All the way federal out there.
You always took me how you had those states and stuff, or those people who didn't want to, like, I don't want this black guy's day off. I don't, like, really? Really, Arizona?
Like, yeah, by the time I get to Arizona out here, they were so, how are you that racist that you don't even want a day off?
You don't want that day off.
Jeez.
Like we want Columbus Day off. You talking about a slaver and everything else. So yeah, I take that day off, buddy.
You know?
But you can't gloss over this. You said the last holiday that was federal. What was the term you used?
Federal holiday in America, the creation of it. Now, I know they created Juneteenth, but you know,
Memorial Day, black folks.
Well, no, that's what it says. So it was the first new federal holiday in America since the creation of Memorial Day,
which is also a black holiday.
Yeah,
because we invented that too.
Man. And about the soldiers, and you know, coming up, it should be next Monday will be Veterans Day, right?
Yes.
Veterans Day is next Monday, and
we
then
didn't start that.
Yeah, and then you know, we were talking earlier in the show. Next Tuesday is Election Day, man. So hopefully nobody is stuffing any ballots down here, man.
Can I tell you a small pet peeve of mine?
What's that?
And you'll see this happen. You will see this happen. I don't like on my birthday when people sing their little rendition of Stevie Wonder's
Happy Birthday.
I don't like that.
Okay.
I don't like.
Why you don't like this? You don't want the Stevie version?
Because it's about Martin Luther King.
Ah. So
it's,
you're saying that's his song specifically?
That's for Martin Luther King.
Yeah, it ain't for us. It ain't for us.
Well, if folks listen to the lyrics, they would understand. I mean, it's harmless. I understand it's harmless. I'm not like, oh, stop it.
Yeah.
But it's like a little thing of mine. I've never been a fan of that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how people don't know Outkast, Players Anthem is a Christmas song. But, whatever. We're not going to use the line, you know what? What's the line? Is so-and-so or something by the drum?
Hey, we'll say it here. The dumb are intrigued by the drum, Damon. Hey, I have no no qualms about quoting that line, bro. The dumb are intrigued by the drum out here. Well, there you go, man. On this day in Black history, Martin Luther King and Haile Selassie, man. Martin Luther King became immortalized with his own holiday, and Haile Selassie just took off, man. Emperor.
Good stuff. Rastafarians are somewhere right now celebrating.
So they going nuts somewhere right now. Lots of Guinness, marijuana going in the air right now.
Ganja, a lot of ganja.
Yeah. I wonder if it's a holiday in Jamaica. I've never been to Jamaica
either. But it was always a tense relationship. Well, it was between Rastafarians and Jamaica. Like them, there wasn't a
official.
Not even. It was a contentious relationship. They were just considered, dreads of society.
Oh.
So, I don't know how it is now, but that was a big thing.
Nothing dreadful about our hair. I'm locking right now. I'm locking. Wait a minute, let me find the right music right here, cause we gotta take another break real quick. Boom. And then when we come back, we talking winter coats, Damon. Winter coats.
Yeah.
What you know about that?
They better break them back out. Take them to the cleaners.
Winter coats. We'll be right back. Yeah, man. Little quick break right there. Little quick break because we want to come back, man. Before we finish out, man, let's round out this hour of power here, man. And we appreciate you, Zoners, man, for rocking out with us right here on Grand Day, man, for all the information and inspiration here in Baltimore, man. But it's that time of year, Damon. It's getting a little, getting a little nip out there. Little nip out there. And we want to talk, you said you wanted to discuss winter coats today, bro. So what you got on your mind, man? Get it off your chest, man. What you talking about on winter coats?
You see these people walking around with zip-up hoodies and their hands are clearly cold. But I think it kind of took a lot of us by shock. Kind of caught us off guard. But it's cold.
Cold outside.
It's cold in Baltimore.
Cold outside. Now, my thing is, when you talk winter coats, I got two that have always been my favorite. Always been my favorite. I'm a snorkel guy, and we bubble coat guys.
I'm a bubble coat guy. When you say snorkel, parka.
And specifically when you pull the hood over your head and it's got the fur around. I got the big joint upstairs. You know what I'm saying?
I got it.
Yeah, I got the big joint upstairs. And usually I break out the prop zoners, but I'm like, man, I can't sit in this chair in that big ass coat. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't pull it out today. But you know what I mean? The snorkel, you pull it around your head, it's got the fur around it, you zip it up, and it's gonna keep everything warm.
Can't beat one of those.
Everything.
Now, does it have to have the fur on it? Does it have to?
Yes. It's not the same without the fur. It doesn't look as winter coatish. And then it's like in my mind, it's like when I see them without the fur, I'm like,
Do you remember the era of the full length goose down?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I had a full length one of those with the fur. Yeah. Not the ones with the leather and all that. But I had the fur hood and it was long.
Big shout out to Triple Fat Goose out there, man. Triple Fat Goose.
I didn't really like the Triple Fat Goose.
You want a Triple Fat, man?
It was just, it's too much. It was too many words and stuff and
everywhere.
Yeah, hey, less is more. I'm a less is more kind of guy. You know what I mean?
But go ahead.
I would say, sorry to cut you off, but
no, you good. Bubble
coat's definitely high on mine. And I kind of lumped Parkers in with that. So the snorkel, what you would say?
Yeah.
I kind of lumped that in. That's the bubble coat family, but no, I think bubble coats do kind of stand alone. I'm with you on that.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like toggle coats, the toggle pea coats.
The
wooden buttons.
That was the other one right there because you know what I mean. My honorable mention, you know what I mean. The honorable mention for us, Damon, is always the pea coat. Always the pea coat. I got a nice one upstairs where the pockets are up here, and it's real cool. You know what I mean. You can put your hands up high in the pockets, and you ain't got to worry about having them down there. And that toggle coat that I have upstairs, man, that's a slick one, man, real slick one.
Yeah, I have a couple of them. I'm gonna give you another one.
What's that?
That you're forgetting. And I know you're a fan of these.
The
infamous 3-in-1.
Columbia. Wait. We got to get an applause. We gotta get a round of applause for that one, man. Where is that at?
Under Armour even makes them now. Under Armour, Lands' End. I have a couple of Lands' End ones. I have an old Columbia one. I love the 3-in-1, man. No, you can't beat them.
Damon, I can go into my closet, and you know it, man. You know the color of it. I got a royal blue one. I still got Columbia.
Gold one.
They made those coats so sturdy and so, you know what I mean, so able to withstand anything, the weather, rips and tears, and out there, man. Yeah. I still have it, and it's every bit of 30 years old. Every bit of 30 years old. I was wearing it when we were in college, 1993, and it is still upstairs. I can still fit it. It's not going anywhere. And occasionally I break it out every once in a while, man.
You know the crazy thing? Like, I know you're not putting your business out here, but I know you bought yours from H&H.
Yep.
But those stores like H&H and Sunny Surplus used to sell so much of that stuff. H&H is still around, but it's not as popular as it once was. But you could get all that stuff. Like, my original pea coat was a Woolrich pea coat from Sunny Surplus. And you just could get so much of that stuff. Just, over the weekend, I was wearing those big camouflage cargos.
Yeah.
And my daughter's like, "Oh, you got some new pants." I'm like, "No, these are not new at all. They're older, like you said. They're like 30 years old.
30 years old, still going strong with it, man.
Because they made that stuff back then. And we had stores that sold it.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's some of those things. I'm looking around now, you see like cargos are back in style, the baggy cargos and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's just funny. But maybe the 3-in-1s will come back. I don't know.
Now, hey, before we get up out of here, man, what is up with kids not wanting to wear winter coats? Like,
it's bizarre.
Yeah, you see them out now, and I mean, for us, before you left the house, it was make sure you had, Vaseline all over your face. Make sure you had your gloves. Make sure you had your skull cap, all of that, and your heavy coat. Yeah. But now, the youngins, they want to run out in the streets with just a hoodie on, man, and it's like, bruh, you do realize it's 30 degrees outside.
We learned under the fire. Even when we went to high school, we went from building to building. It was like a small college campus.
Yeah.
So you get caught out there. So I always have in my mind, like, look, man, you outside, you gotta be warm.
Gotta be warm, man. Hey, but look, Zoners, it's been another grand day on this Thursday, the day before, man. And we enjoy zoning out with you here, man. Bloviating about all the wonderful things. Hey, look, help us make this interactive, man. Go ahead, like one of these shows, like all of the shows, man, and drop a comment in the comment section, man. What is your favorite winter coat? Right now, it's Montclair. That's the new one, right?
Patagonia, they love.
Yeah, Patagonia. You know,
it's not new, but it's new to something.
Yeah, we want to know. We want to know, man. Hey, if you got young kids, you putting them young kids out in a hoodie, or you letting them wear a real winter coat out here, man? A real winter coat.
No, at least mine wore Eddie Bauer coat today.
Dropping Titus, dropping a little tag off, man. He had on the bubble coat today. He gets it honestly.
Christopher had on a Eddie Bauer bubble coat.
Yeah.
So, hey.
Definitely gets it honestly. Hey, but it's been a great time. We enjoy rocking out with you. Make sure you come back next week now. Be on the lookout. Make sure this is where you got to follow us on social media, right? Xfinity sent me a notice. They might be working on the internet in this area. So, you know how it is when you're not broadcasting using the satellites in the sky. And we using the Xfinity. We using our own platform here. So there is a strong possibility that we may not be able to come live to you next Tuesday. But you know we coming back. You know we coming.
You notice how the FBI used to surveillance the mob, right?
What's that?
They would say, we're sending out a worker. Some workers do some maintenance in your area.
Uh-oh.
And they come right up in their little clubhouse.
Uh-oh.
And put all these bugs and stuff in there, man. We ain't committing no crimes in here.
No, not at all.
We are not in any danger of getting any RICO charges.
They coming after you, David. They gonna come after you, man. No, and we don't know what you're here talking about, man. They gonna come.
The days are coming.
They still out there, man. The days are out there. But hey, Zoners, it's been another good one, man. We appreciate you all, man, for rocking out with us. Peace.